Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is Xensomi talking, and I think we're going into episode 19 here now. In this a new start, it's starting to not be a new start, isn't it? Anyway, today I am going to do some drastic things here. I'm going to erase all of the garbage disposal thingamajigs in these areas here. And well, maybe I'm just gonna do everything in a time lapse and then talk about it afterwards. Maybe that is the best way to go. And if I remember everything, and if I remember to do all the things that I did in my test run here. So let's just start this and just jump right into a time lapse and see what we can do. And I'll speak to you after the time lapse. Until then, I hope you enjoy the video.
to do is adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, if I may, if I may. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you night and day, if I may. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, love you.
Well, let's have a little chat before I go into time lapse and do the last couple of things that I had planned to do today. Um, Now, what you could see, I did remove as much as these services I could. I didn't want to take away hospitals because and and clinics and stuff like that because I do believe that they need to be in the vicinity. So this large hospital here is of course still there, but I took away the one over here. So, but what else? This road here, I had a huge amount of problems with this road, and I don't know if I've fixed it. I'm hoping that I have, but I can't say that I have, because we're just gonna have to see what happens when we start this up. Let's see, those lighting here, I want to take away those as well. Traffic lights. Now, and as you could see, I did actually put rules here, or maybe you didn't have the time to see that. You just have the rules that the ones in this lane could pass over there and could go straight forward, but the other one could only go forward. Now, the reason why I did that is because I've done this. In that lane, in that there's only service vehicle and emergency vehicles allowed to drive there. That minimize the amount of traffic that has to turn across this. Now, of course, private persons, the cars certainly want to get in there as well, but they have to drive all the way out here and do a roundabout, so to speak, here, and then getting to the place where they need to go. I'm hoping that will make it a lot more efficient. I'll also change so that you have a one-way road in here that goes all the way up, and then a one-way road down, and the same here then, so that you don't have to. So maybe that will. I'm hoping that that will ease up on the traffic problems, but who knows. Then there was this road where I want everybody that wants to get out to the city and get out to this place or onto the highway could go out through these bridges here, which would put an end to all these intersections in these lanes here. So, which I feel is very important if I want to get anywhere here. So, but I'm gonna do one more thing actually here, because I don't want them to be able to cross over into they just have to wait for their turn, so to speak. There we go, like that, and here we go, like that. I'll also build this roundabout, which I'm hoping will be a good way to get from this side of the city to the schools and all of these things. I have built up stations. I haven't connected them yet, but I will. So that, yeah, I'm actually considering hooking it up to that one in there, and then going out here, and then going up to this one out here, and then into the industrial area somewhere around here. Now, as you can probably see here, which I noticed just now, that there's no electricity to anything here. Let's just... There's going to be built a lot of things here, of course, so... all this industrial area here will expand more and more. That's for sure. Now what I would want here as well is of course a little more ore oriented thingamajigs here. Let's do one of these and one of these, like that. You can never get too much materials when it comes to these situations. So I'm hoping this will be an efficient way to get things done here. Let's get the time running, and we just have to see if there is any power missing, or well, that's a load of power, loads of powers missing, and it's here, I guess. Yes. So let's see what we can do here in order to. Thinking maybe I should just build a park thingamajig there, and that should be okay. But what kind of power? Let's build one of the most efficient and most rewarding parks. This is the one. Well, let's build it right here in the corner. And let's see now. Will that give power to everyone? Yep, all of those anyway. And now let's see. Those do have power because they have from that one over there. So I can take away this, which will take away the hole in the mountain or whatever. There's a hole in the mountain, sir. Oh, really? Anyway, I am just going to try and do something here. It's been on my mind for quite some time here. Every time I end an episode, I see this and I gotta do, well, I do that next episode. And we just have to hope that it stays like that now. Now, well, let's get this ball running and see if there's anything. It should be interesting to see what happens here, though. That's another thing which I forgot. I want to do it in this part of the city as well. No cars. I know I'm being an arse where they can't get to work driving their cars, but yeah, I'd rather be an arse than have huge traffic problems. So let's see. And I do like to get rid of the crossings in these intersections here, because those do actually give problems to the traffic. That's it. And I built this. Yeah, I put one on each side here, so when they come, they can come with the oil here and dump it off in either one of them, and hopefully they'll stay at their lane the entire time. So that's what I've done, and what I'm hoping should be an efficient build. Back at it again. Oh, well, that's nice to see. Anyway, I am hoping that this will be an efficient way to save a lot of. You can see this is only service vehicles going right straight into the city like that. So as I said, I hope that these will save a lot of time and effort and so on. So well, let's see. No problems here with the. No, they're fine. They're fine. Yep. Good. And of course these. Well, anyway, I need to do one more thing in order to get things working the way I want it to work. So, and I'm going to do it down here. I don't know. And the biggest problem I've got down here is this. Not enough goods to sell. It seems like they're not getting their goods, which is kind of frustrating, irritating, or whatever. We can call it whatever we want, but I want goods to get down here. And I have a small plan to get that done. So I'm going to go into a time lapse again, and I'll speak with you when I'm done with that. And so see you later. Well, now that that's done, maybe I should explain myself here what I've done. I've tried to get the farming industry thingamajigs, I mean the crops here, to be loaded into this and go away and so on and so forth. But when it comes to goods, I'm trying to get this one to work here and trying to fill up with with goods here so that the industry will have, or also sorry, the commercial zones will have goods too. You can see here that they're already getting goods. So let's see if they give it to this place. Well, that's one place. Ooh, look at that. This one is getting it. So that went pretty quick. Now the thing is, this one is not connected at all to this one, but it doesn't have to be, because I'm not constructing any goods out there, and goods is the only thing I really want to get into this train station, because I want to have goods to the commercial stores here. So that's why I've done it in this order. And now I have to see if anything will happen here, if they will get any goods. It's at 0 at the moment, but I'm hoping that it will be filling up with goods later on. So I guess I will call this episode done, actually. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you will be watching more of my episodes. Let's see what happens up here. Anyway, you can see there is only one dead here. Other than that, it looks kind of pleasing to see that there aren't many messages. Well, that's another one in there now, and one there. Well, you can. All of a sudden, it just plops up in front of your eyes. Oh, but anyway, there are some places like this one. It doesn't matter. I can place a garbage disposal just across the street there, and it won't do me any good. Still be a problem in that thing, and the same is in this house. So I don't know why certain places are very, very prompt to get that. But anyway, I would like to say do like, subscribe, and comment. Put a little comment and Say what you think, if it's good or bad or whatever, and perhaps give me some pointers and some tips. Would be welcome. So, but without further ado, I'm just going to let you stop watching me. Sorry about that. Take care of yourself, and I hope you will look at my videos again, and I hope you've had a fun time. See ya.